There we go. We are recording. Hello, hello. Oh goodness. I just started that off with the weirdest voice ever. Hello, hello. I am Masukimitsu. I am joined by Baby Mushroom 2. First time on the channel, officially. He has popped his head in from here and there. And do you understand what the current plot point is?
Not at all.
Okay. I get to actually explain what's happening now. Okay. I am playing this cool game called Higurashi. And it is a visual novel, yes? And at this point so far, a new person moved in, and they have found out about murders that have happened in this place. And now he is no longer very trusting of his friends because he believes that they might somehow, someway just kill people.
Okay. So trust issues. Got it.
Horrible trust issues.
Okay.
I don't know why. Do you want me to voice this character? Do you want to voice this character?
I can't picture my voice fade out.
Don't worry. Fate decided he wanted to give one of the youngest characters the deepest voice.
Why?
Cause he could. And funny enough, my mic could not pick it up very well, so I shall put my mic like right here between both of us, so it can hit both of us.
Got it.
Yes, yes. And I fell straight into that voice again. Okay. It's the beanie. It's the beanie's power.
Got it.
Yes, yes. Alright, do you want me to read this?
I got this.
You got this? Got it.
Good morning!
Beautiful.
Nice job yesterday, Kei-chan. You didn't do so badly yourself. Oh.
That's the main character. Do you want to voice the main character, the dude with trust issues?
That's fine.
He's also a pervert. You didn't do so badly yourself,
You didn't tell
Shion.
me alternated. I thought it was the same line.
Yesterday was fun. Ooh, there you go. Take off the beanie. Hopefully the beanie powers doesn't
At least I
come
know.
back.
So everyone.
It does. You can only tell who's a kid. Okay, this is a very high energy person who enjoys cute things. Do you want to voice it? Do you want me to voice it?
I got this. Listen to this.
Got it. I'm waiting.
Oh, that's right. Keiichi-kun, thank you very much. Ah, that's so hard. For Mr. Bear.
I'm glad he liked it. Don't use it as a pincushion, though.
I wouldn't.
Oh god, I missed this. I haven't had someone to talk to in my last stream, so it was kind of lonely. Still chatting happily, we entered the classroom. But the moment I stepped in the classroom, a splash sounded a nasty sensation. It was a bucket filled to the brim with water. And unfortunately, my foot, it stepped right into it.
The question is, how big is the bucket, and how large would you have to step inside of it?
Alright, this kid, yeah.
I'm voicing two people already. Voice this one.
Okay. My, now how vigilant of you to mop the floor this morning. Club whoosh whoosh. Kishan flicked my forehead. Do you want to voice it? Do you want me to voice it?
What's the personality of this character?
Okay, this character is a little bit reserved, but they are willing to give out a hand of helping for those. And they enjoy patting people on their head when they have tasted defeat.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of them. And they also enjoy apparently saying Nipa.
Okay. Tell me if this voice is gonna... You should set it more of a brutal trap next time. Does that work with them? Or does it need to be higher, lower? What?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
This gives me a break on my throat. Seeing that, Rina began to swoon as Mion looked on dejectedly.
Yeah, dejectedly.
Cool, got it. Everything was the same as always. Everybody was there and nothing fell out of place. The uncertainty I had in the back of my mind since yesterday had vanished.
What is it, Keiichi-kun?
I'm enjoying this a bit too much.
Didn't you get enough sleep? Maybe? Maybe?
I slept like a log, but if you want, I'll do a reenactment during class. Reenactment during class, thank you.
You shouldn't do that.
That's the best thing to do. Mion alerted us that the teacher was coming, so everyone shuffled off to their seats. Ah, forgot. This is in a classroom, and this classroom is pretty much every single grade in this city, which is a town. Kind of. So, he is the oldest in this entire classroom, and everyone is, like, younger than him, I believe. And that's how the two younger ones, they aren't, like, lollies or anything, they just happen to be that young. They aren't the same age as them. This is a teacher, by the way.
Random teacher, or just...
Female teacher, something. They care about the well-being of children. And they're like...
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, beautiful.
So yesterday was the festival. Thank you all to all the people who stayed until the very end to help clean up.
I cannot now imagine the teacher doing anything but stare straight into the eyes of everyone.
Why do you think I'm doing my
We were
face?
all slackers, so none of us actually helped clean up. Actually, I had a feeling that the only thing we did was run around the festival and cause a ruckus.
Me? Okay. Okay then. This time of year, you might see some people here from out of town doing interviews about the festival for magazines.
I thought it was the usual stuff, so I was going to tune it out, but then I noticed the different tone in her voice, you know? It was just slightly different, and it started paying attention, like, almost immediately, like, that was different.
You may be asked questions. Please don't say anything silly or something like that could be taken the wrong way. Do you understand?
In unison, everyone replied,
Yes, ma'am!
What she said was really vague, but I understand what she was, trying to say. It was, the usual, the paparazzi, them always being so...
The fame.
The fame and fashion. You don't want to, say something to ruin the rest of your life. But after all, this was the 5th year. Whoops. Keep happening. Gosh darn it. I didn't have... There's probably lots of third-rate reporters pouring in, hoping something regarding the curse had happened.
Why third-rate?
Yeah, third-rate. It did nothing but...
What is that word?
Inflate the village's bad image. There we go.
Okay, there
Substitute
you go.
word. She was saying...
Don't spell stupid shit you know that you think is funny.
Now that is my new imagination for that teacher's voice. What the heck? Imagination. And now I was one of the ones who needed to keep their mouth shut. I found it rather cute how I felt a sense of unity from such a trite thing, if I do say so myself.
What's with these words?
I have no idea. This game was apparently released for the PS2.
Holy shit.
Yeah, apparently someone from one of my last streams mentioned playing it on my PS2. I was summoned to club activities after school. Since everybody was still pretty tired from yesterday, we just spent the day relaxing. That wasn't happening.
Was I voicing this one?
Yes, this is the first character that showed up.
Sure, voice that again. God, my memory's like a goldfish.
I believe in you.
Was this hyper or lower?
This person has a BB gun. They are the one that rubs club activities for card games and
don't worry, I got a perfect voice of this. Today, let's play a classic game of deduction.
Oh god.
How about this one?
Oh, a game from overseas? Looks interesting. Instructions aren't English, but the rules don't seem that hard. I think it's your turn.
I won't lose, you hear? I'm smashing this voice. Ugh! I never voice it. Did I voice this one as well? I'm not too bad at this game.
It seems that Rena didn't handle this kind of game very well. Oh no. Don't worry, I also don't handle it very well.
The rules are the person who can match the murderer, weapon, and the scene of the crime wins. Oh, clue.
Oh, we're playing Clue? Oh, I think I may have had it for copyright reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There were 3 kinds of cards comprised of suspects, weapons, and locations. Great game to have after the festival, you know? Right choice. I could see the names Mian and Rico were written on the subject cards. Oh, a card with my name on it as well. There are... Oh, your turn, I think.
There are plenty of different weapons too. Like knives, axes, and poison. The locations are pretty nice too. Like the living room, the study, and the courtyard. So basically, you could take out one of each of the cards. These are the answer cards. So we shuffle the remaining cards and hand them out. We ask each other about the cards and figure out the right ones.
Ah, I see. So the cards nobody has are the true predator...
Perpetrators?
Yes. It's yours, it's the keepy one. Apparently I've been told this.
Then you raise your hand if you... Oh my god, that accent. Then you raise your hand if you know the answer.
The game... Oh.
The game ends when we check if the answer is correct. If you're right, then you get a point. If you're wrong, then you lose a point. Since the game ends, even if no one gets it right, all the cards are gathered up and redistributed. Oh my god.
You can learn as you go. You really have to use your brain. Like you have one.
You'll get confused if you don't take notes. I keep switching people's voices.
I know, right?
The rest of you can figure out by playing. So, Mian! What's the penalty this time? Oh.
Everyone directed their attention to Mian. Yeah, Mian. What's the penalty?
Let's see. We're still a little tired from yesterday, so maybe we'll take it easy with a goofier penalty. You'll be asked to rush out and buy stuff for everyone. So just being asked to go buy stuff like drinks and candy, I guess. I feel the penalty today is pretty simple.
I wonder, is it really? I realize I'm voicing like 2 characters and you're voicing like...
Foy. I'm voicing Foy. I voiced the teacher as well.
Yeah, but the teacher really appears. I'll voice the next character then. Is Kichan thinking what I'm thinking?
Me. I could too.
Yeah. You don't know what you have to go by. I'm beating Mian. Would send her to lose to buy stuff like
Hermoid
or Happy Family Planning Manual or other crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure it's like stuff
that's
about
for chocolate oranges.
Chocolate oranges.
Yeah.
Huh. The cards were lightly shuffled.
Wait, you gotta voice it like the scene. Listen to this music.
Oh, yes. The cards were like shuffled and passed out to each player. The real perpetrator, the cracked weapon, and the scene of the murders have been taken out. So that means all the cards I have in my hand are innocent cards. No.
Then I'll go first since I'm the club president, I guess. Well then, Mian, knife, study.
You picked one suspect card. Suspect, weapon, and murder scene, and asked each person. If you have any of these cards, then you must say, I have one. However, you don't need to say which one you have. Yeah, I get it.
Me too. I have one too. I have one.
Oh my, all of them are here. The 3 people answered when she asked if they had Mian, knife, and study. So that means that Mian and knife and study are all in the clear. Got to jolt that down. Sorry, I'm so used to doing this one.
Oh. Then I'll go. Rena X Lounge!
Only 2 people said that they had one. So it means one of Rena X Lounge, one of them is correct and is a part of the crime. No, wait. Even if they said they have one, they don't have to say how many. It's possible that either Sotoko or Rika-chan has 2 of the cards.
Why is this so confusing? Who's easier? Well, Ke-chan is next. Go ahead!
Wait, just a little. I'm still sorting things out. The game had me thinking more than I thought. Oh man, this feels like it's going to be tough.
Alright, now I have the criminal!
What? Already? Here I am spinning around in circles and Mian just now raises her hand. The murderer! Oh.
The murderer is Rika-chan in the infirmary with the poison. Well,
Mian drew the cards from the box and we checked to see if her deduction was right.
You were right. Oh, wait, is that yours, Mom?
That was yours, yeah. Sorry. All I needed was one more hand. I couldn't tell whether it was poison or pistol.
I never use a pistol. I like killing them slowly with poison.
Rika-san said with a hugely terrifying thing with such a sweet little smile.
I love how I said with a smile as well.
Yeah. Everyone was making a commotion about how they almost had it. Rena and I were left out in the cold though.
How did you do, Kichiku? I couldn't get it at all.
Don't worry, I had no idea either.
Just a clue.
Yeah, I really don't know.
How can you both be so unsure? You'll both end up in last place together at this rate.
That's even worse. Going to have to buy something together as a couple. What if we ended up having to buy the Happy Family Planning Guide?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I can tell from oh my god, Keiichi's expression that he's not very good at this game.
What? That's not true. I'll show you the true power of Sherlock during the next round. Yep, that's his new name.
Ah, blah 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 blah.
My, that sounds just wonderful. I shall give you quite the thrashing.
The voice you said.
I'm sorry, I was drinking water. After that, I managed to somewhat grasp the trick behind the game, but I was still always a step or 2 behind. I saw that Mian was somehow gleaning information from the others who were asking the questions. The level of experience was just too much. The only way I could stage a comeback was if I become ruthless. I tossed up the simple concept of deduction and switched over to the thought process needed to win. The important thing isn't to find out the criminal, it's to win the game. Eureka! There we go. Sorry, need to go to the bathroom. Oops, gosh darn it, every time! Why is that not closing? There we go.
Take your time. It's Me-chan, that's gross.
I had them hold off the game and headed down the hall. The air was crisp. It was just shallow. It shows just how sonate the air in the classroom was from our body heat. On the school grounds, some of our classmates were still playing around. After spending some time cooling my head, Rena had made her way over towards me.
Keiichi-kun, did you call for me?
Yeah, I did. As I got up from the IC, I winked over at Rena.
I think you'd love this.
I'm glad it worked out. I'm pretty sure, but I am not sure.
Got it.
I don't want to waste much time, so I'll get right to the point. Rena, what's your record at this game we're playing today? She was taken back. After a moment, she hastily opened her mouth.
Well, all losses. Why do you ask, I wonder?
I could tell from how apprehensively she was playing. The way things are going, I will as well. I will as well, you know. I can't figure out a way to pull off a last minute comeback on this one. So I guess.
So I guess both of us would be taking that penalty.
Hey, don't accept defeat that easily. You hear that? You hear that? Don't accept defeat that easily. Yeah, you don't defeat.
No, let me accept defeat.
How about we win this, both of us?
How can we?
I brought my lips up to Rena's ear. Whisper, 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 whisper. You hear that? Whisper,
Oh, huh? Is that allowed?
Did you forget, Rena? The second rule of our society: do everything in your power to obtain victory.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Our plan of attack was a quite
rudimentary
one. At the beginning of the game, everyone would be forced on their own hand for a while, taking notes and whatnot. Since our seat was right next to each other, we'd reveal our hands to each other. If we did it under the desk, then nobody would know. We begin the game with twice as much information as everyone else. Having this much information would mean we'd need to investigate less.
Oh, they know you're cheating if you don't talk about it, though.
Yeah.
So cards.
With that sort of plan, we start off with a big lead over the other guys.
Yeah. With this, we can probably win.
We both smirked at each other. If I had this shady businessman, then Reno was the corrupt senator. Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh god, corrupt officials.
Then let's hurry back. Work as a duo to surprise everyone.
Hey now. There's no point if we go back together. Wait, did we switch up?
No?
Oh.
I don't think so.
It would be flat out telling them that we made a little arrangement.
Oh,
we did switch it! No!
I couldn't tell!
No! I wanted because there was more lines. Oh, sorry.
And it was smarter.
What should we do?
Go back ahead of me, Rena. I'll take my time, coming back, after washing my face or something.
Okay, got it.
Cool. Alright. Rena turned around and headed back to the classroom. I guess I should wait a bit longer before going back, If I went too soon, it would seem like I happening. Excellent. Excellent, not bad at all.
Mebarakun. May I have a moment?
Huh? It's teacher. Man, things were just getting good.
Would I use the sultry voice for them? Or that slightly creepy one?
What is it? I'm a bit...
You have a guest. Please make your way to the entrance.
A guest? It's not like I own a hotel.
They have been waiting. Please hurry.
It was rather uncomfortable that I had someone waiting on me right before my big match, but I had more interested in the unexpected guest. I didn't want to waste my time, so I decided to take care of it quickly. The entryway was a heavy contrast from the hot sunlight and deep shadows.
You're voicing this one.
Yep. Okay, how to do this? I have to be big and tough and armor. Waiting there, looked uncomfortably warm, was a middle-aged man. His tie sloppily loosened, and his jacket turned underneath his arm. Are you, Medabrodic Sana? Something Sana? Kuchi Medabrashon? There was no question that he was a resident of Hinazawa, and that this was without a doubt the first time he had met me. Ever since I met Tamaka-san, I've been running into so many middle-aged men. What is this? An anime? That's right. Who might you be? I have the AC on in my car. Let's talk there.
That's so shady.
It's a bit hot here, don't you think?
Oh my god. What? No.
The man, completely ignoring my question, pointed over to his car parked near the gate and began walking. You have to be kidding me. I have no intention on going along with some geezer I don't even know, and he was asking me to get in his car with him.
You don't tell that to them.
Huh? I'm not going to bite. Come on now. He opened the back door of his car and called me.
Why?
Over. I don't
You
like
don't
this
tell
old
him.
man, but I want to know what this was about. I wouldn't.
What?
Even
This guy an idiot?
No, apparently so. Even while knowing that the conversations that start out like this never lead to
Oh, he had
anything
trust issues.
I thought so too, honestly. The inside of his car was pretty cool.
That's to lure you.
Cars with air conditions were supposed to be luxury.
What do you mean?
It was released when PS2 came out.
Oh, that's long.
My dad didn't have one in his car, at least. Please let me know if it's too cold for you, okay?
This is a trap he's gonna lure you with an AC.
The first ever car we had didn't have AC, you know?
I know.
Or heater. I have a habit of cracking it all the way up. So, what business do you have with me? Out of spite, I had, decided to ignore his remark in some way he did to me and start my own line of questioning. He pulled out a notebook from his pocket and took out pictures.
Third-rate generalist.
Between the pages. It's still creepy to invite a kid into your car. On it was the face of a pretty goofy-looking guy. If you know anything related to this individual, then please tell me. Who the heck is this? I doubt even his closest friends would be able to recognize who he was from the expressionless picture that looked like it was taken at the DMV.
So this is the third-rate journalist or a police, a detective.
Yeah. They were scribbled on his shirt, done in permanent markers, staring at viewers, Minasan, and quite a few of your classmates signed as well. Huh? This is Tamika-san? There was no hint of his usual unreliable and easygoing personality in this photo. It was an expressionless, half-asleep face. Well, of course that's what doing driving tests does to you.
I know, right?
Oh my god. Then, do you know this woman? Even before seeing it, I had a good idea who it was. I don't remember her name, but she was, she was some lady with, who was with Tamika-san last night. Tamika-san.
These names.
Don't know what her name was, but I did know she was a resident of Higuzawa. When was the last time you saw these two?
I listened to ambient music in the background.
Yeah. The night of what in
I got this one. Watanaka.
Watanashi.
Watanagashi. Why?
Oh my god. Who we spoke, they seemed pretty close, I guess. Did anything bother you about the young man? Anything is fine. Go ahead and say it.
This guy was
being asked for every little detail is quite troubling, honestly. I had a pretty good idea who this guy was.
Finally!
By now.
God, I knew who he was when he first talked.
Did something happen to them? There's no reason to, respond. There's no response to my inquiry. Thus, was something happened to them? Thus, I replied to that sounds in kind. I was pretty sure, no certain, that this guy was a cop. Then why? Why was he asking about Tamitaka-san? Did something happen to him? More importantly, why me? Shouldn't there have been, plenty of other people who knew more about him than I did? The roar of the air conditioning felt unbearably loud. After a, long pause, he finally spoke again. You've moved here just recently, isn't that right, Miyabara-san? Oh, it's Miyabara-san, isn't it? Are you Are you aware, I wonder, about the stories of Higurashi-sama? My heart began to race. I'm pretty terrible at hiding things. It's probably shown on my face. Oh god, I have the exact opposite. Not at all? If you don't, that's fine. Oh, not at all? If you don't, then that's fine. Well, I have heard of it. Tomitaka-san told me, actually. Oh my god, that changes every 5 seconds. How much do you know about it? The dismembered killing, the accidental deaths, the death by illness followed by suicide, and the lady who was beaten to death. The incidents that always happened the day of Higurashi, ending in suspicious deaths. I didn't think Tomitaka-san would have kept anything from me. I think that was everything. No, rather, I don't want to think that there was anything more than that, you know? Do you know of that, curse, Mirabara-san? Feel free to speak openly about it. I don't believe in it. My answer was instant. It wasn't so much that I didn't believe in it as I was on the verge of believing. I wanted to clear away any doubts that were, the most prominent feeling.
God, why is with this grammar? Okay.
It's an old game. And translation wasn't as good as it was.
People could retranslate it now.
No.
To make my life easier.
Really? Oh, whoa.
Holy.
That fell.
Yep.
There we go. Really? Then that's great. Guess you really are one of those city-raised boys.
Oh, Lord.
So what if I don't believe? I have friends waiting, so could you maybe get to the point already, Mr. Copfellow?
That's so about hiding himself.
The man in the picture is dead. My mind went blank. What happened to Tomitaka-san? It would seem that he died last night. That was the night of the Higurashi. Do you understand the implications behind that, Mirban-san?
Wait. I got a question. No. Wait. Was he a character that was voiced by...
Yes.
Oh.
Me and Chai.
Chai?
Chai tea. I love chai tea so much.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought of chai tea when I did that, though. No. Faye and I voiced him last time. I really like chai. I don't know.
Chai tea's great. So, lychee as well.
You understand? Oh, yeah. I much prefer, though, like strawberry and banana milk tea.
Why?
I mean, taro and strawberry is fine, too. I found that's pretty good, too, as well,
Let me just think.
Implications, not any at all. Not any of the cause of his death or the reason behind it. The real problem was that he died on the day of Higurashi. Watanashi? Meaning this year the curse of Higurashi had once again the death of Juro Tomitaki is still confidential. You can understand why that is, right? I don't want to understand why. Please tell me what happened. It was rather particular. Funny that I'm actually telling this to a child. It might be a little too graphic for someone born and raised in Hizawa. It was a roundabout way of saying, but it causes me to doubt whether or not I want to hear the rest.
Why is the cop saying this out loud? It's confidential information.
And to a child, no less. He might run his mouth to everyone he knows. I would only regret forcing myself to learn something I shouldn't. Or at least, that's how I figured I would feel if I listened to the rest. Oh, my cat likes you.
Yeah.
One of our patrol cars discovered the body on the way back from security details at the festival. It was late and, about 5 minutes till midnight. Location was, where the road into town becomes paved, right? Down past the slope, on the shoulder, around here. There were a few street lights on that road. Its pitch black darkness was the only broken by the light of passing cars and the moon. It was a stroke of luck that Tamakashi-san was spotted collapsed in the shoulder of the road. Tamakashi-san was face down, covered in blood. Blood and muck covered the asphalt.
Did he get dragged by a
We
car?
thought it was a hit and run at first, but when the officer checked to see if he was still alive, he quickly noticed something abnormal. His throat had been ripped open.
Ooh.
From a knife or something? No. Nails. Nails? As in fingernails? Or are you talking about, like, the nails that you do for, like, construction? With those he clawed through? From the coroner report, it was revealed that revealed that it was with his own nails. What does that mean?
Suicide.
Basically, it means it wasn't a murder, it was a suicide. Tamakashi-san thought that was a reason to tear open his own throat.
Ooh, he saw some horrific, probably.
As hard as he could with his own fingernails, to tear through the skin until he started to bleed. And even then, Tamakashi didn't stop. He continued clawing with enough intensity that it could have peeled off his nails. Still clawing. Then as his nails reached the vitals, a eternity that you should never damage, he continued clawing, spluting blood splatters on the ground around him. As he bled while grasping for breath, collapsed and his body spasmed and he died in agony. We thought drugs were to blame, but nothing of this nature was detected. But it was a suicide. It was never heard of such a thing. Oh god, that was loud. What was that? The unnatural way of dying. That wasn't a mysterious death, then what was it? The way he died in those 5 years is death. What the hell is that?
It's not like supposed to be bugs.
Maybe?
Ow.
I'm gonna put that right there for now if it's like my mouse, not my mouse, but
No,
my mic.
it's sound. It's the sound from the game.
Oh god, that's awful to my ears. His death
really
most resembled that of a curse, as it showed both myself and Thomas-san, who proclaimed there was no such thing as a curse, that we were wrong. There were a few more suspicious details. From his body chemistry, preparation, equivalent, and so on, we concluded that he was in a state of hysteria right before his death. That was a given. It's hard to believe someone could be in sound state of mind while crying out their throat. Wounds on his hands matched a disordered piece of lumber found nearby. There are traces of where he struck trees and guardrails within. Within? Thompson's blood was found all over the place. Oh my god, my ears. Meaning that they were tearing his throat. He was swinging around a piece of lumber. There are external injuries which were not self-inflicted, discovered on Tamakashi-san. Oh my god, I want to get past this part. It hurts my ears. There's a high probability Tamakashi-san was assaulted. The external injuries suggested there may be multiple suspects. To summarize, Tamakashi-san was surrounded, attacked, while warding the night road in a state of panic. After being cornered, he picked up a piece of lumber and tried fighting back. So, somewhere in there, he began mildly tearing at his own throat madly. Clawing at it? Then he died. What the fuck?
What?
The presumed time of death was around 9:23 p.m.
Presumed that was super accurate.
Meaning, it occurred right after you finished talking to Tamakashi-san at that festival. Everyone signed Tamakashi-san's shirt, then parted ways. Right after that, yes, he should have been with that woman. what about her? She's missing. She hasn't showed up to work, and she hasn't returned home either. There's a very high possibility that she was involved in this incident. For a while, I could only gaze off into space. I would never have thought that something unfortunate could have happened to someone close to me could affect me this deeply. The time I had spent with Tomo-san was short, but we went to the same festival, spent time together, and took part in the same competition. It was one of us. We had been creating the investigation on various fronts, but when it comes to Urasami's curse, villagers here aren't very cooperative. They don't want to get along very well. That I know very well. I would have been none of the wiser if not for Tomo-san, the outsider, telling me. So that's why you came to me? Because I'm not originally from Hirazawa? I should have been angry that that was the reason he wanted to hear what happened from me. If things go the way they had been, then the conclusion would have been Joro Tomika died from Urasama's curse. He turned away from me and gazed far off into the distance. The night of the Wiganashi, during the scarce ritual, he callously snapped off photos angering Urasama's. That's how it's going to turn out. There's no way Urasama would inflict divine depression on Tomo-san. Tomo-san had to been killed by humans and a crowd group, no less. There's no way I'm not going to let this end up being the fault of some curse. I think so as well. There's no such thing as divine punishment or curses. The tense mood was cut with the man's heartily laugh. That's how this must be, Mirba-san. Cooperation from individuals in Hirazawa who don't believe in the curse is indispensable. Understand? Neither Tamanaka-san nor I believe in curses. But the way things were going, it would just end up with Tomo-san's death marking the 5th year, which would mean that Hirazawa had rejected Tomika-san. That was something I couldn't allow. Tomo-san was one of us. He didn't live in Hirazawa, but he came every single year. In a sense, he was more of a resident than I was. There's no way that Tomo-san could have, been cursed by Oryo-san. Oyo. But there's nothing I can do to help. I have no idea what happened that night either. No, if you see or hear something that draws your attention, then that's enough. If I see or hear, was he talking in the future tense? Things or people's or, rumors, anything is fine. I don't care if they're, unfounded. Here, this is my number. If I'm not there, then just leave a message of whoever picks up. He handed me a piece of paper with his number on it, but I hesitated for a second. If I took it, then whenever I wanted to do or not, I'd be deep in this matter. Please help me solve these questions surrounding Tomo-san's unfortunate death. That's right. Why was I hesitating? I need to find the murderer who killed my friend. I snatched up the piece of paper as a satisfied grin spread across his face. Nasty grin. Everything we spoke up to today is a secret. Please keep this confidential. Understood. From your friends as well. Especially from Sodaza-san and Furuhodo-san. Please do not inform them. You mean Mion? Why? Are you saying that they have something to do with the incident? With my friend's names being brought up so abruptly and being told to keep it a secret from them, I became rather angry. This is what they call investigation privilege, I suppose. Don't play games with me. Mion is a close friend of mine. I snapped at him, but he didn't seem to, especially be offended. I wouldn't mind telling you, but it may just upset you. Say it! He hesitated a little. Turning his grin to the outside of the car, he began to speak after thinking for a bit. Oh, water break. Tickle my throat. There's a possibility that the string of incidents have happening here in Higurashi are a result of a village conspiracy. There's no way that could be right. Give me a break. First of all, is there any proof of that? Is there any proof of that? No evidence. Also, each of the cases resolved and none of the perpetrators had any direct contact to the village. Then, how did you come to that conclusion? Every year, the enemies of the village die on the day of Higurashi. Don't you think that's enough reason to suspect something? Only the residents of Higurashi felt that the day of Higurashi was sacred. So basically, because incidents happened on that day, it was somehow related to Higurashi. First, it was the dam construction foreman. Then it was a villager that supported it. Then the villager hold a grudge against died on one after the other for mysterious causes. The means are different, but in the end, the result is the same. Unfounded, unreasonable, suspicious. But it couldn't just be shrugged off. So the victims after that, what about Sunto, priest, and his wife's death? They weren't enemies of the village. The villagers had expected leaders from this Sunto priest at the time of the dam dispute, but he wasn't proactive, so there was a fraction of villagers who harbored ill will towards him as a result. Ill will? It's not like he did anything bad to the village. Oh goodness. What about the housewife after that? Did she die just because she was the wife of the brother of a supporter? Such a trivial reason to kill someone. What about Tamaka-san? He's not affiliated with the dam project at all. Was he killed just because he was an outsider? In the beginning, it fell on the relations to the dam project. But as the years went on, the enemy threshold of the victims had become much lower. Well, and that's the scary part. The bar keeps getting lower. What's scary about that? It means it's not just enemies of the village anymore. It's just being an outsider is reason enough. Then next year's victim, they're just going to pick out of a pool of outsiders? It might be a person that just moved here. What do you mean by the... I swallow my words. Here in Higurashi, the one who would be considered the most outsider would be my family. I was proof enough of that, wasn't I? I could still remember the names of people I passed by. Oh, I couldn't really remember the names. Then the next victim, my family. Was he saying it was going to be me? But what does that have to do with Mion? I can't go into detail, but the Tsunezaki family led the dam protest, quite fiercely so. That is also true of Mion Tsunezaki herself. She had quite a few misdemeanors and abstractions of public workers' offense on her record because of the protests. I knew Mion knew what it meant to fight. It was the first I heard of her family leading the protest, though. Then, well, what did it all mean? Are you saying that Mion's family is involved with a string of incidents? I wouldn't go that far. I'm just saying that it really was a conspiracy, and they'd have the highest possibility of being behind it. They had a very clear explanation. It felt like he magnificently avoided the details I really wanted to know magnificently. We don't know who or how anyone is right now. That is exactly why I don't want you to say anything to the villagers. Instead of answering, I gave a very bitter expression. It seems that he understood it as well, well enough. Then think of it like this. I don't want to worry the villagers who blindly believe in a curse. How about that? What do you mean, how about that? How should I know? But the reasoning behind wanting me or not carelessly open my mouth about it wasn't too hard to compare. Whoops. The perpetrator was here. It had nothing to do with curse. It was definitely going to be caught by the police and made to pay for his crimes, and none of the villagers have anything to do with that process. It may cause those sensitive about the curses to just worry needlessly, just like everyone kept it from me so I wouldn't worry about it. This is now my turn to keep it from them so they don't have to worry. I was just thinking to myself, like me, everyone else had been worrying over mysterious incidents yearly, and the incident this time means a lot more of them. I don't want to burden them anymore. In the end, everyone went to as the man had wanted, and in spite as it was, but it couldn't be helped. I understand. I'll keep it to myself. Does that find Mr. Oishi from the Okunamiya police station. You can call me Kuro-chan if you want. Oh no, Oshi-san is fine. The way he had said it was unpleasant, yet retaining the hint of politeness. He was the spitting image of a vulgar police officer. Though I'd never seen one this bulky before, if the cops shows I watch. I've taken up too much time. Your friends are waiting, aren't they? I should probably let you get back to them. The door opened with a click, and it streamed the oppressive heat. It was blistering outside the car. Was it really this hot of a day? It was an almost cruel heat, as opposed to the mechanical coolness inside the car. It was as if the land of Higuazawa itself suddenly hated me. I felt a little sad as the thought crossed my mind. I don't mean to suspect your friends. Please don't misunderstand that. I refrained from telling him that it was too late to say anything that self-serving. It's fine if you don't see or hear anything, Muraba-san. There's enough proof that the village is not involved. I'll contact you if I hear or see anything. But I'm no detective. Please don't expect too much from me. I won't. You don't have to become a detective. Just go on living as you have up until now. Just let me know if you notice something, anything. I hastily made my way back into the school building after giving him a quick bow. I'll see you later. Farewell. I'll see you later. Farewell. I returned to the school building without looking back. I don't know how much time has passed. I do feel bad for keeping them waiting, but right now that was a lot on my mind. That was hard enough as it was, but to think that there was a possibility of a village conspiracy? Worse still, was also a chance that Miya-san was involved. Nonsense. Impossible. Not Mion, Rina, Satoko, or Rika-chan. It was a group that attacked Tama-san. How could the perpetrators be? Could it be they were hiding here, somewhere in Iwazawa? I don't know. All I can say for certain was that I know that Mion couldn't be the perpetrator. It's Miya-chan, the perpetrator. I was startled to hear Rina's voice. Are you alright, wait, mushroom too? Mush, are you alright?
I almost fell asleep.
You fell asleep.
Almost.
You fell asleep that entire time. I heard
No,
a little snore and everything.
I was not snoring. I was half asleep. I talking. I was just half asleep.
No, you for sure. Full on passed out there.
When did they leave the car?
They just did.
Okay, that was boring. Sorry.
I know, right? You weren't talking, so you couldn't stay awake very easily. It's your turn, by the way.
With the rope in the lounge. Wahaha! Nope. No! Rena clutched her head while flaying about.
Looks like you just self-destructed over here. Wow. Kitchan, you're quite late. As you may well know, I'm seething with anger. See me, I am seething.
She got that out of the video, by the way, when we slash.
Sorry about that. No.
Shit.
It's a VOD. I ain't cutting anything.
Fuck.
Sorry about that. I was called into the staff room, you see.
You were reprimanded for bad behavior? That's a shame. Well, it's pretty heated over here. Since it's pretty late, let's make the next game the last one.
If I remember right, I had 0 points. Isn't it pretty much decided that I'm going to be finishing in last place?
Don't worry, Kichi-kun. I'm at -1 point. Hey.
The heck? Your score's lower than mine and I wasn't even playing.
Oh, this is the final match to decide if the penalty is going to be carried out by Rena alone or by both Ki-chan and Rena. Sorry, Rena.
You're right. Just let Rena do the penalty by herself.
We made a promise, Kichi-kun, that we would both win. I waited all this time, you know.
I'm sorry about that.
Were they in love? Oh yeah, that's a question.
Yeah. I followed my intent plan of showing Rena my cards, but I didn't say who was the criminal, just waited for her to call.
I get it! The murderer is me! With the poison at the entrance! Is it? Is it? My, Rena. Quite quick answer. And the stab in the dog? Oh. She found out. Rena is correct.
Oh, then it's decided that Kuchi-san shall take part in the penalty as well.
Hooray! Kichi-kun, let's both do our best.
Let's do our best. It's my fault, so I have no choice.
Question, how was I actually sleeping?
20-ish minutes.
Holy, how long was that one sequence?
Long.
Then that's game.
We've already been playing for over an hour.
Oh god.
I think. I'm not sure when we started because we were waiting for the construction to die down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so
Yeah, it died down.
I feel so embarrassed. Oh! I told you I was
Your
tired.
turn, by the way.
Yeah. Then that's game.
Yeah, no. Sorry. I was tripping my
It's me, Neon Sonozaki, ranked first. I'm in dead last Kichi Mebara and Rena Rigu.
Everyone applauded that the game ended. Bravo! The problem now is the penalty.
That family book now?
No,
I'm
sorry.
Now then, I ranked first, so I decided what you'll be buying for the goal for penalty. What will she make us buy? I wonder. Let's blacklist the drugstore. That was your aim, wasn't it?
Oh, it was probably me, wasn't it?
Huh?
Let's blacklist the drugstore. It was probably your aim, wasn't it?
Huh? I don't have any business at the drugstore.
Oh, it's just theirs.
This old man already got a list prepared for you on this piece of paper. Who's that?
Yours.
Whoa! There's a lot written here.
A lot, I think is yours. Damn it! What is she making us buy? 2 blocks of tofu, shampoo and conditioner, apple vinegar, and fried tofu. The heck is this? It looks more like a shopping list than a penalty.
Me was certain she was going to win today.
Rule 7 of our system.
Rule 7 of the society! You cannot refuse any penalty. Here's some money. The shampoo I usually get is Fruit Fable. Thanks.
This is just your grocery list.
Why would you only get 3 singular blocks of tofu?
I promised myself that if I win next time, I'd make her go buy Kurama cream.
What does that mean?
On to the next scene.
Is that all for today? Or?
No, it goes on to the next scene. You'll know when we reach a point where it's tips. Do you just want to do 1 hour with me?
Ugh!
We made an achievement, not a clue.
Wait, are there choices you have to choose in this, or is it all a narrated story? Are there choices in this, or is it a narrated story?
I think there's ways to switch the outcome of the story, I think, but it could be for other games of the series.
I don't really feel tired, though, at least.
I mean, you slept halfway through.
Hey, I told you I was
You want to go
tired.
for round 2 and do 2? Because that's what I normally do for Higurashi.
Sure.
Cool.
As long as there's not a boring car sequence again that makes me fall asleep.
If we both have characters that are speaking, it shouldn't be that hard. Sleepy!
Whoa, that was a really big yawn, Kichi-kun.
God. Damn it. I usually woke once it's time to eat, but it doesn't look like I can do it today. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Gosh darn it. I was watching TV until late last night. I am so tired right now.
Was one of those wretched TV shows you loved so much on last night?
How extremely vulgar!
Hey,
Don't jump to conclusions.
it's perfectly normal for boys, nothing to be ashamed about. Why do you make the
Rika not patting my head only made me feel worse.
Why is the blue-haired woman still like the teacher? Ah!
Shh, it's fine. Could you just let me pass out this lunch break? No, seriously. My, you think I would just sit there and allow that? I get really angry if you disturb me. Really angry.
What's the odds of this happening right after that?
The yawn? I
No,
learned how to do
the
a
guy's
yawn.
sleepy.
I don't know. That was just, I had no idea, you know? I don't know what the odds were. I mean, probably predetermined. This was just dreadful. Just so sleepy. I slammed my head onto the desk and drove off into an afternoon nap.
Oh my god!
Seems that Sotsuka responded, but I pretend not to hear. Cut it out, Sotsuka-chan. Kichiki fell asleep. I have no idea who's seen it. Oh, there you go. It's your character, apparently.
His sleeping face. So cute!
You can take him home later. Let him be for now. Let's move over there. It'd be rude to Kinshkan if we bother him now. I have no idea who's talking. Rika-chan really is a good girl. Yep, Rika-chan's a good girl. Let's not wake him up even if the teacher comes back. I take that back. The excuse that I didn't sleep much last night because I was watching TV was a lie. I was in bed at the usual time, but because of the competition with Onusan that afternoon, I didn't get much sleep.
Oh, you got his name?
Or she, sorry.
Was that his name?
Oishi.
Oh.
Just spending the day. He said it at the very end.
Oh, why? You introduce yourself to someone first.
It's rude not to, unless you want to go nameless the entire time. It's almost as if the incident with Tomotaki-san didn't happen at all. It made me think, was Oshi-san just trying to deceive me? But it was probably the truth. One thing was certain, I couldn't speak to anyone about it. He wanted my assistance, but I really don't know anything about it. So if I known I wasn't going to be of any help, I probably wouldn't have listened in the first place. And it ended up, with me, again, regretting learning something I didn't need to know. If I never learned about it, I would, without a doubt, be goofing off with the rest of them right now. I couldn't help but resent Oshi for this. Oshi, you getting up and walking around for a little bit?
Yeah,
Stretch
I'm
your
stretching.
old
I'm tired.
bones.
I'm also thirsty.
Ah, yeah.
I'll be back in a sec.
Alright. What was that? I heard he wasn't there the next day. It appears he vanished the night of Waganashi. Oh. I hear he wasn't there the next day. It appears he vanished the night of Waganashi. Neon whispered to keep others from listening, but I could hear it clearly. On the other hand, Rina's voice was even harder to pick up, but I could still tell that she was quite upset. It couldn't be. Are they talking about Tamasan? Tomotaki-san? It's not sure. That's all I know. I wouldn't have to feign ignorance about this stuff because I need to keep it a secret. Rather than waking up and being forced to lie to join the conversation, it was much easier just to sit here and pretend I was asleep to listen in on the conversation. Got a nice drink?
Yep.
Why did I have to pretend to be asleep while eavesdropping my friend's conversation? The guilt stung. So, and me, there are others, right? Too? But they don't know if it's from Onasona's curse.
Who is this?
Or it was, I hear it was the and the Mian. Rina and Mian were speaking to each other.
Were they both my characters or you?
Both yours. The one without the individual dots in between is Rina, while Mian is the full sentences.
I don't know who the difference is. I don't know names.
Okay, so there's Rina is a cute girl. Cute! Mian is the club president with the green hair.
Okay, so Sassy, the top one, is the shy one.
Opposite. Shy one's on top and Sassy's on the bottom.
And me, there are others, right? Too? But they don't know if it's from curse or was it Okinakushi?
Ukadashi? Or only Ikanushi?
Is this guy also having an issue?
Be hidden away by a demon? With a mysterious phrase. I did, however, get the feeling it meant nothing good.
There was another, right? Right? If it's Oyashiro-sama's, yeah. But, this year, Grandma and the mayor talked about it. Seems they talked to the police about it beforehand. They said they'd take care of whatever happens this year without causing a commotion. Without us knowing it, someone had, you mean? Maybe? Next could meet. I wonder. Don't worry. You got home safely. But it's not allowed, right? That was a long time ago. Let's not talk about this.
Amidst the uncomfortable mood, both of them went silent. The entirety of the conversation was still a bit unclear, but a few parts got my attention. First of all, the term onikoshi, to be demoned away, by the context it was used in, I would guess it's similar to being spirited away. I suspect that was what it meant, because Tosan and that woman, it really bugged me that I didn't know her name, vanished after the Wiganashi. the next thing that struck out was when Rina said, there's another one, right? Mian also said if Oyo-sama, yeah, explained to something. If Oyo-sama was cursed, then they had to be 2 victims. Is that what she meant? Come to think of it, I remember Mian saying at the beginning that they didn't know if it was from the curse or if it was the case of Seems that the curse and being deemed away are different things, and they're phenomenons that were paired together. I recall Tennison's terrible end. That wasn't something as elegant as disappearing. It was a horrid end, which could be best described as cursed. Then the woman with him, it means she vanished because she was deemed away. What I do know is that there's normally an even number of victims that curse proper. And that the last point that bothered me was Rina. Rina was frightened. For whatever reason, I don't know. Whether she knew that something had made her a potential target for Ueno-sama's curse. If I recall correctly, Ueno-sama said that it should be the guardian deity of Iwazawa. Isn't a guardian deity supposed to defend the citizens and drive out invaders? If I recall correctly, yesterday, Ueno-sama said that originally the targets were enemies of the village. Recently, there were no longer any distinctions between them or regular outsiders. If that was the case, then I wondered that I'd be the most likely target, having moved here more recently than Rina. From her composure, I can infer that she was grimly certain that she would be next. I should probably reveal that I had heard, just now rely what I heard just now to Uishi-san. Forming the place of what I heard by eavesdropping my friends while pretending to be asleep. It made me feel terrible. It's raised a few questions and left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Would it be better not to seek the answers to those questions? As I continued to learn more and more, I felt like I had fallen past the point of no return. I would definitely regret this one day. I would definitely regret ever learning of these events.
Ooh, that's ominous. And now it's cheery music.
The teacher approaches! Higurashi-san, you must awaken! In the distance, I could hear the ring of handbells signaling the start of afternoon classes. Gah! I couldn't sleep at all! I hastily opened my eyes and raised my head. There was a moment when I leaned against the back of my seat. Whoa! Was just stuck on the back of my chair with tape.
Circumstantial.
Evidence is enough, thank you. Satoko! Guilty without trial. Capital punishment. I fiercely jump up from my seat. I trip as if my feet were tangled up. My shoelaces have been tied together. Not bad, Satoko. While I was sleeping, you were able to conceal your presence and able to pull off a fine piece of work. The teacher came in right as I was about to pull off my shoes and tackle Satoko. Oh! Did you not notice our teachers arrived, Kichi-san? Take your seat. Clump, clump, whistle, creep. Not caring one bit, I made her eat a flicker to the face. Kichi is being mean. Hey! Don't pick on the younger kids.
Oh, it's the teacher?
Probably, yeah.
Hey! Don't pick on the younger kids. Ma-ba-kun.
Oh my god.
I gotta add that creepy vibe to them. Apologize to her.
I saw Satoko stick her tongue out at me, that little brat. Come on, Midura-kun.
Come on, Midura-kun.
Yeah, I'm apologize. Sorry, Satoko-san. In any case, I apologize even if it was in a complete insincere tone of voice. Damn her, I'll remember this.
Kei-chan, get your revenge at the club meeting. Take your seat, take your seat.
I sat down after Mion told me to. She switched to her class representative mode.
Oh, she's class rep as well.
There's
Ambiance.
With the boring class, finished, school was finally over for the day. Now then, what should we do for our club today? Personally, I'd like to play the deduction game one more time. I was hardly able to play it last time because of Oishi-san. Rina and I weren't even able to test out our strategy. Yours.
Oh. It didn't start, that's why I was confused. That's right, today Kichi-kun and I will be victorious! God, that's a better voice.
What should we do? We never play the same game 2 days in a row before.
Why not try asking me? Why is it so creepy? What if the teacher gets creepier, they get creepier?
Yeah. I like being just. Oh, Mian looked over her shoulder as we made eye contact. She slowly tapped her palm with her fist as her face lit up.
Oops. I completely forgot I needed to help my uncle today. Sorry guys, not today. Helping you.
I think that's the cute girl piece of
Helping your uncle? Oh, that's not too. Aren't you a little goody two shoes?
From here, that's Rina or Rika. Ruka?
That's my uncle's name is also.
Yeah. I think that's Mian.
Sorry, really.
I think I've nearly poured 9 hours in this.
I really did
so
forget. Well then, sorry guys. This old man's heading back home for now.
For now. Mian left us with that and rushed off to the exit after snatching at the bag. Her bag, her one only bag.
You see me, Chan. Sometimes she goes help out her uncle or shop in town.
I thought she wasn't the type to get caught up with such bothersome stuff. She said that she got paid for it. It's quite a big bit of spending money from what I hear. I see. She's able to pay off the amount of games with those she saved up from there. But then, wouldn't you call that part-time job? Isn't it against school policy?
There's a clause that states family businesses are excluded. Why does whenever the teacher gets creepier, she gets creepier?
Guess you can. Is that what she's calling it? So what now? Pass on clubs today?
So we are done today, I guess? Wouldn't it be fine even without the club president? Let's do this!
Up in the club lockers, Mian searching for a deduction game from the ever-growing pile of games. Ah, here it is. Deduction game from yesterday. Man, I had to stop just as I was getting the hang of it. At the very least, I want to repay Satoko for what she did during the afternoon break. I do not mind, but is that fine to Rina-san and Rika? No, it's your turn.
If Kichi-kun wants to sub out, I wouldn't mind playing for a bit. I think it would be better if we do it when everyone else is together.
When she says it like that, I wanted to go shopping if there wasn't a club meeting today. Going to buy. Oh, I think. Who is this?
God, the sweet from there.
Yes, okay. I want to go shopping if there wasn't a club meeting today. Going to buy soy sauce and other things. Don't know who that is. Figure out one day. Oh, that's alright. I completely forgot. Well, I guess since it's been a while, I should go treasure hunting. Oh, that was yours.
Oh, God, there's no indication who's talking.
I know, it made it so hard to figure out who's talking and who's not.
Yeah. Get that good stretch in. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can go ahead and, do her voice for a little bit if you'd like.
I really... try. As long as they indicate who's talking.
Well, I guess it's been a while since I got Tristan. What's this now? Everyone was no longer in the mood for club activities. If I keep on trying to push the matter, it may make them realize I had a trick up my sleeve. I can't have that. Oh well, I'll give up this time. Man, I was really looking forward to playing it. I shuffled through the cards as I was still caught up on it. At the next opportunity, I shall give you a sound thrashing. Oh! The murder, Satoko. The weapon is the pistol. It was you after all. Well, what did you say? Satoko looked through the cards on the desk and stuck out 3 of them at me. The murderer is Kishiki in the lounge with a rope. I do not need no rope. I don't need no rope. I'll just strangle you like this. No! Kishan is such a beast. Whew. Well, I guess it's good that I got that out of my system. What
happened?
I remember this, Kishi-san. Well, Mion, by the looks of it, left to do work, and the Shon and the main character are joking while the other 2 are prepping to leave. I think. She was used as a plaything for quite a while. How unfortunate.
Cute. God, I was so cracked now.
I know, right? It's why I brought water bowls. Oh, done. For sure, last chapter. Everyone got ready to go back home. I also helped gather up the scared cards. I suddenly paused. They were just the suspect cards, but I noticed something strange. Rina, Satoko, Rika, Kichiki, Mion, Satoshi. Not all the cards were made by us, or at least every card besides this one has the name of a club member. Does it mean that this Satoshi fellow is a new member? Was there someone in the class named Satoshi? I couldn't find anyone named Satoshi on the class register stuck up on the wall.
Kichi-kun, let's hurry and finish cleaning up.
Being rushed by Rina, I finished up quickly. Satoko and Rika-chan had already headed mainly for the lockers, so we were the only ones left in the classroom. Right now, Rina had already gotten her bag and was ready to leave. Rina, there may be quite a few people who transfer from the school, right? I tried asking Rina in a bit of a roundabout way. Rina made a troubled face and then answered.
At least they should do it like that when these people are talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Yeah. Kimazawa is a rural town, right? So people transfer out every now and then.
How sad. Then is Satoshi another one of those transferees?
Sorry. I don't really know.
There was a bit of a pause, but the answer is pretty much immediate.
I'm not saying it to be mean.
Or anything.
Just last year, I transferred in, so maybe I just missed him. So I didn't hear much about him. Sorry.
I'm not sure. Sorry. Her answer was a lot like when she refused to tell me about the murder at the dam. I was stabbed by her denial and felt a little bit of anger. I'm their friend, aren't I? Friends don't keep secrets from their friends, do they? Yes, all the time.
Definitely.
It's good to have your own secrets.
Definitely, 100%.
Keep things to yourself that you don't want to tell others, Though I do appreciate that they kept, that unsettling curse thing from me. But if everyone is worried about it, I'd rather be worried with them. that's what it means to be friends, right? For a moment, I worried just, what kind of face I was making just then with those mixed feelings of sadness and annoyance.
Kichi-kun, you're making a scary face. Why? Is it... Why?
It was probably exactly the kind of face Rena said it was. It appeared my grim expression had frightened her. Sorry, I was really looking forward to the class today. The clubs, all the cars, everything. Just feeling down about it. I wrestled Rena's hair. Let's go home. Dragging that awkward mood with us, we headed out. I wonder why. Why would I have been getting this dumb feeling lately? I don't know anything. I have nothing to worry about. I was just enjoying my everyday life. My long, outstretched shadow gave no answer to my negative inquiry.
Kichi-kun, are you tired? Maybe?
Rena timidly questioned the reason behind my mood. I'm sure my expression made this situation even more unsettling. You think so?
Yeah. You seem to have been a little out of it ever since this morning.
Maybe a cold?
Oh, maybe a cold?
Physically, I was pretty sure I was in perfect health. I may not seem like it, but I had perfect attendance since elementary school. Rena continued on since I did give her an answer.
Holy shit, perfect attendance.
Oh my god, that's so difficult to do when you get sick.
I know, right?
You
'Cause
just
don't
go anyway? I couldn't do that.
Yeah, unless this
Yeah,
guy's got a
but-
tank of immune system.
Yeah.
But some people do have that, though.
Yeah, it's your turn, by the way.
Oh.
Ooh. Sounds like that didn't agree with you at all, did it? Do you need water?
Yeah.
Probably should go grab some and I'll read from here.
It could be that the fatigue from moving has finally caught up with you. I got it. It's completely different from where you used to live, after all. Of course, you've gotten tired ever since you need to get used to and remember.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. It has to be. Rena was also like that at first, too. I can tell you, you know?
I wonder if Rena also experienced a slight bit of alienation last year that I'm feeling right now. And then something. Alienation last year. Okay, there you go. Thinking so, I felt that she was the only one who could understand how I felt. I'd like to hear about when you first came to Higurashi.
Oh, was that me?
How was it? Feeling I had been drawn into the conversation, her face suddenly brightened up.
It was the same with Kichi-kun. I didn't know the villagers' names at all. Mi-chan and the rest were very kind, so I wasn't lonely, but I did feel a little out of place.
She had told me all the details of when she'd moved here. All of her first acquaintances and surprises, worries, and good times. So Tsuko got you too? Yeah.
Yeah, Stop trying to steal my voices! Yeah, there was a thumbtack, but... Oh no, that was you. So Sataka got you too?
No, this was definitely your line. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, I thought that was you.
No, I got the
Okay,
top one.
yeah, there was a thumbtack. There was a thumbtack put on my chair. Poke. Then with that, yeah, that really takes me back.
When were you invited into the club? The first day? Maybe?
Nah. There wasn't a club at the beginning. It was formed partway through. One day she said we should stay after school and hold a big game tournament.
Come to think of it, Mion did say she was the first club president. Now I get it.
This is secret, but Mi-chan used to be really bad at the beginning. She'd never win.
Huh? Mion, really? I can't believe, I can't even imagine that.
She had to do most of the penalties that she came up with.
Uh-huh.
Sissy, don't tell.
I can't believe that Mion was like that. So, she basically transformed into a monster who used any means necessary to win during that time. Mion is at her best when she's fighting dirty.
I began making more friends besides Michan after that, but yeah. It might have only ever since you moved here that I finally felt like I had gotten used to it here.
I guess Rina had also left. I've been listening dark about Ohisama when she had just moved here. I guess when they had finally told me about Ohisama, I'd be confirmed one of them. I wonder when I'll finally be concerned one of them.
Huh? Did you say something?
No, sorry, just talking to myself.
Kichi-kun, you're silly.
Rina was poking fun and laughing at me, and I couldn't help but laugh as well. But I suddenly stopped. Then, after making my mind, I spoke. Hey, Rina, is there something that everybody is keeping from me?
Huh? No, not at all.
You're lying, aren't you?
Rina suddenly stopped.
Yep.
Her expression was cold and intense.
Don't know how much there, but hey, it's fine.
What do you mean by that? Kichi-kun?
Her tone was still the same, cheery and lighthearted one as before. You aren't you? Keeping something from me? After understanding what I meant, her expression grew even more intense. Seeing the face, I regretted saying anything so rash, but she came back at me in a way I didn't expect.
Well then, Kichi-kun. Oh, those eyes. Aren't you keeping something from us?
Oh goodness.
Should I just start a creepier voice?
Uh-huh. Her tone didn't change, but it was the first time I'd seen the expression from Rina. With how her gaze pierced through me, I couldn't believe that this was the same Rina.
Aren't you? Lies or secrets? Aren't you? You are. Secrets.
She didn't actually say that part, but she looked as if she did. The incident with Tomo-san and how I felt aligned with the group, from the group, even without having to think about it, there were things I knew that I felt guilty about, but I didn't tell anyone about what happened with Tomoka-san to be considerate. I was keeping a secret just the same way they didn't tell me about Urashi-sama. Then aren't we even? Nope.
No, I'm not. No lies.
Oh.
No secrets.
Oh, I think it might be me. No, I'm not. No lies, nor secrets.
Liar.
I love that. She's liar. Her answer was instant and it shook me. It stared as if burrowing through me, watching me like a hawk.
This is perfect creepy movie.
Why would you say I'm lying?
Didn't you say that you were called into the teacher's room yesterday during the club meeting, Kichi-kun? I know. You didn't go to the teacher's room.
I swallowed hard. It clearly wasn't a bluff. She knew what happened.
The teacher said you had a guess, didn't she? But you didn't talk to her at the entrance. You talked inside of the car near the school gate. Oh, stalker. With some man we don't know.
Rina knew everything. She knew I was called out by Oishi-san and that I heard about the incident with Tomokashi-san as well. Did she know all of it?
Exactly who was that man?
I don't know him.
Oh, why did someone you don't know have business with you?
I want to know that myself.
Then what did he talk to you about?
It had nothing to do with you guys. It was a lie.
Lies!
Rena's scream echoed throughout the trees, sending frightening birds into the air.
Oh, I was worth that. Okay, good. Good to meet you.
I couldn't exhale the breath. The breath I just taken. Oh my god. No, it was like I wasn't allowed to exhale. It was here I first realized the person in front of me, she wasn't Rina Ryoj. Then who was it who was standing before me now? Who had assumed Rina Ryoj's appearance? I held my breath for so long I could feel myself suffocating.
Right.
And then she made a facial expression that Rina normally might have made. It didn't matter that it was Rina's usual smile. It chilled me to the bone. She drew closer to me. I felt her hot breath against my face. It wasn't the least bit exciting. Whoever that was with Rina's face was going to blow my nose right off. A coward as I imagined that. And then she smirked as if she was able to see right through me.
We also have secrets, just like how Kichi-kun has secrets.
It was Rina's usual smile, but her eyes still looked like that of a hawk's, burying her face close enough to mine to almost bump into my nose. She kindly persuaded me. I couldn't nod or shake my head. The person standing in front of me, this person who looked like Rina, frightened me to my very core. I was terrified knowing that she could hear the sound of me swallowing nervously. After what felt like an eternity, after a long, empty silence, she finally spoke.
Let's go. It's getting chilly.
It was Rina again, smiling at me once more. She started walking as if nothing at all had happened. Was I really released from her gaze? My legs gave out from under me as I slumped to the ground. I wasn't able to lift a finger until Rina was out of sight. Who was that? I felt cold. My body was drenched in sweat. I was finally able to form a coherent thought and ask myself once again, who was that person who looked like Rina Rouge? Title card.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, first time streaming, it was an absolute fail. But yay, we did it.
Yay. You might have preferred a more active role than this.
Yeah.
Oh. We didn't pause. You know what that means? We're still in the same chapter.
No!
It's probably just me speaking though, don't worry. I was out of it and couldn't bring myself to do anything until dinner except stare blankly into space. Was I terrified from Rina going off on me? No, that was not right. There was someone else who looked like Rina. Who could have it been? It was a dreadful feeling, knowing that there was someone else, not Rina. So tomorrow I shouldn't have a problem talking to Rina like I usually do. The thought was strangely comforting. I concluded that I should just calm down and clear my head, though those thoughts continued swirling around my mind. Finally, I returned to my senses as I heard my mother calling out to me from the bottom of the steps. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
Kitchi. It's a call from the bookstore.
Bookstore. Can't think of a way they'd be calling me. I went downstairs and picked up the receiver. Moshi Moshi! My late for calling so late at night. It's me, Oishi, from the
Oh, you called it.
Nakshi bookstop. I remember from the manga. Oishi-san? Oh, it's Oishi-san. I only have book 1 though, so I'm trying to click
Wait,
that.
this is a book?
Yeah, I have it right down there in my bookshelf.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm trying to collect the series. I hear that there's only like manga only sometimes, or visual novel only, along with like, and I hear it's really, really entertaining, so I'm collecting it. Oishi-san? Oh, it's Oishi-san. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Since your parents picked up, I said I was from the bookstore. It puts people off when I say I'm a police officer. Our son was, in his own way, rather courteous.
Courteous.
Yeah. Even so, I don't want my parents hearing me talk to the police. I brought the cordless phone with me as I dashed back up to my room on the second floor. Sorry for calling so late. The phone number on the piece of paper I gave you yesterday was the old number. My apologies. Can you copy down the number I'm about to give you? Ah, yes, okay. He gave me the number of his direct line as I wrote it down. I thought that was the end of it, but he began making pointless small talk, and it was pretty hard to hang up. So, how has it been, Metabola-san? Did anything strange happen recently? I see. This was the real question. It was a real reason. He really beat around the bush, though. His adult conversation skills left me slaw-jacked. Are you from around here, Oishi-san? Yeah, I am. Born and raised in Okinawa. If he's from around here, he might know. Oishi-san, did you know what this one ikonosi thing is about? I believe that when somebody vanishes before they've been abducted by a demon. That is the reason. It's a special saying from around here. It has the same meaning as spirited away, like everywhere else. My friends would say that they didn't know when I asked. The older man gave me a direct answer. It made me a bit happy that he answered me directly without trying to hide anything. Zawa was, not sure if I should tell you this, Mirbora-san. Don't try to play this off. If you're not going to tell me then I'm not going to tell you anything. No. That's not what I meant. It's just, it might make you feel bad. You see, long ago, Iwazawa was feared as the village where demons reside. Demons? By demons you mean those pitchforks carrying things in hell? More like human-eating monsters. They'd go down to village snacking people up and gobbling them down. That kind of tale.
Oh, like a Wendigo?
Yeah. Demons snatching up people is what this Oshani really means. They said that the curse of being demoned away happens together. What does that mean? Oh, they said the curse and demon. Blah, blah. I already knew about the mysterious deaths happening 5 years in a row, but I didn't know that there were people disappearing from those same 5 years. The curse of being demoned away happened together? First thing I heard of that. Is that how it is, Mirba-san? Oh, the curse of being demoned away happened together? First time I'm hearing that. Is that how it is, Mirba-san? That's what I want to know. I heard Rina and Mion talking. They said that if it were really Orsana's curse, then both the curse and demon away would happen. Orshan being hammered and hawed at the other end of the receiver. Maybe something about that came to mind? Mirbara-san, did you know the first incident? The murder by dismemberment? Yeah? One of the 6 perpetrators is still on the run, right? Hypothetically? What if he is on the run but was demoned away? Hypothetically, it was an outrageous hypothesis from Oishi-san. The incident 4 years ago was the particularly nasty one. The police already knew the perpetrators, so they posted tons of wanted posters with his face on them. They stalked out various locations and investigated every possible escape route he had. But after 4 years, there wasn't even a hint of where he might be, unless the police were completely incompetent. Even if it was an outrageous hypothesis, I couldn't simply laugh it off. Then what about the incident the next year, when the man who supported the project and his wife both died in the accident? Well, actually, it was only the husband who died in the accident. His wife's body never surfaced. Unless we find the body, that is considered a missing person by law. At the time of incident, with the river below the cliff being muddied rapids, the police drivers had searched every branch off the mainstream of the river for dozens of miles, but in the end, they weren't able to find her body. But that's not being able to find the body. She's still dead, right? Isn't it different from her being demoned away? We cannot say it's demoned away without their body. Until a certain number of years pass by law, she's treated as still alive. I'm not sure if it was right to call that being demoned away. The wife is missing. At least that part was reality. How about the third year? The Shinto priest died of illness and his wife committed suicide? Or someone. That's actually the exact same scenario. The wife had supposedly thrown herself into the bottomless marsh deep in the forest around Kuzawa, meaning in all circumstantial evidence, they simply found her suicide note in front of the marsh. A driver was able to recover a few remnants, but they weren't able to find a body. The investigation headquarters believed that she had faked her death and was still alive somewhere. I'm not sure if we could call those cases as being deemed away. It's just, as he said, every year one person goes missing. The incident this year, the woman with Tomo-san had gone missing. Then what about the incident with the housing wife being beaten to death? Who went missing? I believe the perpetrator was caught, right? Yeah, we arrested him. He was just a miscertain with a record of narcotic abuse. He admitted to the crimes while being questioned about a different incident. But what you see, after he was arrested, a child from the victim's home went missing. It's still under investigation as to whether the disappearance had anything to do with a crime. But you said you caught him, right? Did he have an accomplice? No idea. It's considered a separate case. Moreover, we can't even check now because, well, under investigation, the man, he died in his holding cell. He swallowed a spork and choked to death.
That sounds like a stupid way to die.
Yeah, dumb ways to die.
Yeah, Lord.
It's
so
not.
many dumb ways to die.
Yeah. It's not whether it was an accident or suicide. I mean, for the last 5 years, there's always one person who dies and one person who goes missing. That's about right. No, actually, I suppose surprised as well. I realized that they had that in common. I can't believe that this could help lead to the closing of that incident. It's just something they had in common. Could it be that those demoned away had something in common? Or some mumbled as he seemed to be thinking about it. So I summarized the events.
I love how they're talking over the unsecured phone line that anyone could tap into.
Me, it was back when they had those.
Oh, that's how this one is.
Yep. The first year was the dam employee. Second year was the wife of a dam project supporter. Third year was the wife of a Shinto priest. Fourth year was the victim's family child, and the fifth year was the victim's girlfriend, I guess. It doesn't seem like there's anything that connects them. With the exception of the first year, wives and girlfriends, those two stand out. It does seem like there are a lot, and that means the fourth year victim's child was different. If it had really stood out, if it were all married couples, except it's not just married couples, but parents and children as well. Come to think of it, I believe Tomo-san also told me the younger brother is alive and has moved, if I recall correctly. The child that went missing the fourth year, who were they? Apparently he was quite mature, 1 year older than you. His name was Satoashi Hojoyo-san. Huh? Satoashi? I remember that name. Didn't they tell me Satoashi transferred out last year? He was at your school up until last year. Didn't they tell you anything about him? Come to think of it, when I transferred in, I believe they said my seat belonged to a recent transfer student. Then where's that once belonged to the one who was demoned away? It was his seat? I recall the cold sensation that came from that desk. It made my hair stand on end. This string of mysterious Orson's curse. I knew now how it connected to me. Chilling sensation. It was the feeling of Orson-sama's caressing the back of my neck. Orson-sama's curse, huh? Could Orson-sama's curse really exist? In all honesty, I was beginning to believe it. I was scared. It was why I wanted to say it was a plot crafted by men and not the work of a curse. But the more I dug into it, the less likely that seemed. No, the more I dug, the more mysterious it became. If I kept digging, eventually, I had reached the point where I'd learned something I really shouldn't know. To either be none the wiser or to speak an answer I might regret. Which one would I be happier with? Maybe it would be me next time. My execution could only be delayed for 1 year. That was when I remembered. Rena. Rena said she may be the next victim of the curse. You mean Rena Rioson? She transferred last year and she's your classmate, isn't she? Those incidents really might be a bit disturbing for a girl. She's not just scared, is she? It wasn't that. She said it might be her next. She said it in a way that made me think she had a concrete reason behind it. Felt like she was convinced, almost as if you could say she was frightened. Her sudden change in demeanor, someone who looked like Rena but wasn't Rena, that might be unrelated. All the strange things that I felt from Rena today came back to me. I see. Then I'll be doing a bit of an investigation on the end. Please continue your observance of Rena-san. Are you asking me to keep Rena under surveillance? That's not what I mean, Murba-san. I just want you to watch out for your friends, as she doesn't end up the next victim.
So instead of, don't watch your friend, you have to pit as a friend.
As a friend. At that moment, just as my mouth was agape, because I was so impressed with his mature clever with his words.
Knock, knock. Wait, no, I was the door right here.
I have a wall right here.
Why no, this is better.
Oh, yeah. That's a wood door. It'd probably sound better. Cool. I'm not sure if people can hear that. Some knock at the door set my heart racing. In an instant, I had pointlessly covered up the end of the receiver.
Ketchy, get out of the door, please.
On the other side of the door, I heard my father's oddly upbeat voice. That was really... I thought you were a mom for a second. What could have happened? What happened to you, Dad? What could it be? It's so late. Sorry, my dad just came in. Can we leave it at that for tonight? Yeah. My apologies again for calling so late. If you find out anything, please let me know.
I thought it was the wife, so something like that.
I know, I did that the first time too in the first episode. I'll tell you if I make any progress on this end. Well then, have a pleasant evening.
Ketchy, hurry up and open up.
Oh my god, his voice is slightly higher now. Dad got his
Ketchy. Oh, this is... Ketchy, hurry up. Daddy's got his... It's this guy... Ketchy, hurry up, open up. Daddy's got his hands full. I can't tell which one's who it is.
What is Dad doing? I stayed in the same position while on the phone the whole time, so my joints were aching. Like full on aching. When I opened the door, I saw my father was standing there with a tray. On the tray, cookies and 2 cups of black tea, a fairly fancy spread for our household. There was even sugar and lime slices on the side. Everything you could ask for. That was quite the show of hospitality. What's going on, Dad? What's all this for?
Come now, don't play around, Ketchy. I'm coming in.
Dad was in high spirits and had a smirk on his face. But for my entire I'd never seen him act this hospitable. What had gone into him? So,
what were you talking about?
I jumped. It's not something I had to keep from my father. But how could I explain to him I was talking to a detective? I assumed he was, at least. I hope he was. I don't want to know if he wasn't one. This late at night. Nothing much. just a friend. I didn't mean the phone.
I don't mean
Shoot.
the phone.
Oh, no.
She was here, wasn't she? Rena-chan.
Huh? She wasn't here.
Come now, don't try to keep it from me. She just came over to play. You two were chatting away, so I thought I'd bring some tea, but it looks like I just missed her.
I had no idea what Dad was talking about. But a cold sweat dropped to my back. How long were we talking?
Rena-chan went upstairs about half after, so it was close to an hour, I guess.
You saw her come up to the second floor.
Yeah, I did. I also told her that your room was the door down the hall up the stairs.
Rena came to my house about an hour ago. Dad met her at the door, called out to me on the second floor. Probably didn't hear him because I was so focused on the conversation with Oyoshi-chan. I didn't reply, but he knew I was in my room, so he had her come inside. Then told her my room was on the second floor. She thanked my dad and went upstairs, but about an hour passed. She passed by my dad just as he was bringing up tea and left. She came upstairs, about an hour passed, then passed my dad and returned home. Then after she came upstairs and until she left, where was Rena? There's only a short hallway between my room and the stairs, meaning Rena had, for about an hour, in the hallway. No, she couldn't have been staying in front of my door all that time.
Oh, she definitely was.
The door to my room wasn't particularly thick.
Oh no, why do you have a thick door? Like,
This
no.
is what the door looks like. It's
oh no, there's like paper.
You could easily hear everything being said inside. All the ominous things and all of the nonsense I spoke to Oya-san about being rushed through my head.
Honey, don't tease him. More importantly, you need to clean up your studio. It's a mess again.
Mom yelled up at Dad from upstairs. Dad left the tray with me and went downstairs with a disappointed
What was that?
laugh? Maybe like a I followed my dad out of the room and with my eyes I looked down at the floor around the doorway where Rena might have stood all that time. Just now, as I was talking to Oishi-san, with my back turned, Rena was standing a mere 6 feet away. The whole time?
Wait a minute. With that type of door, wouldn't, like, if someone stand in front of it, wouldn't it cast a shadow on the door if the lights were on?
I think because it was lights on in the room, it would be towards the door, so
But no,
she
but the
would
lights
get
were on
the
were probably in the
shadow.
hall. I thought the doors were in the hall, so it would have also...
Yeah, but I feel like because it's in the room, the light was on, then it could be pushing it towards the door, and her shadow would be appearing on the hallway in the back.
Okay.
Not on, like, the doorway. All this time in this dimly lit doorway, what did she see? What did she hear? For what reason? As the steam from the 2 teacups anonymously waved and twisted, the aroma of black tea filled my room.
Why did it suddenly get brighter?
Scene cut. I wonder if that's the end of this chapter.
Please tell me that's last, because I'm tired.
Woo!
High five!
High five!
That was a fail. That was also a... Fuck!
Lies! We got an achievement. Cool.
Nice.
Okay, we're gonna save it right here. Yes. Look at that. I've been...
So every new episode, you save a new one?
Close. And we're gonna continue.
Why continue?
Because I can only get out once I continue, I think. Unless it's actually in the menu bar.
Interesting.
Yep, menu. Alright. Thank you for joining us
Yep.
in this amazing game of Higurashi.
Yeah.
Our voices are dying.
Yeah.
Yep.
We failed so badly.
Yep, we tried. Have a good day, evening, morning, however it is. I was doing Baby Beating Motion 2. Check him out on his YouTube channel.
Please don't.
Yeah, probably not. You haven't posted in a while, have you?
About a year. Almost two at this point. Oh well.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.